When a buyer says, "That's interesting," it means there's no sale. Welcome to Sales for Nice People, the daily podcast for ethical entrepreneurs who want to learn how to sell more without having to go against your values. My name is Martin Steller. I help nice people sell more. And it is very easy to end up with a pipeline full of dud deals where you think that there's something there, but no matter how hard you try, you're not able to move any deals forward and your sales don't close. Now, obviously, sometimes you just want to go in and eliminate the deadwood and get rid of the crud and clean up your pipeline. But wouldn't it be nice if you could prevent dud deals from showing up in your pipeline as a potential sale? Obviously, that would be very lovely. And the good news is you don't need a crystal ball. You can predict in certain cases with absolute accuracy that the buyer is not going to buy. And that is when people say, "Oh, that's very interesting." Because the truth is, people don't buy things because they're interesting. People buy things, coaching, consulting, implementation, whatever it is that you do, because it is useful, because it is helpful, because it gets them from point A to point B. It helps them solve a problem. And when something is interesting to your buyer, they might be interested to some degree, but they're not going to buy. Not until they feel that this is a useful, helpful thing. This is going to help us. You need to get your buyer to the point where they go beyond the academic, cerebral, "Oh, that's very interesting," into, "Actually, I could see this work." They need to have the vision that your work is going to solve their problem. They need to see it as helpful. And that is when they are able to make a decision and say, "Come in, solve it for us." So be very careful not to mistake early stage interest for an actual potential deal. When your buyer says it's interesting, there is no deal. Not yet. Talk to your buyer about the problem. Ask them about the ways it costs them. Ask them about the urgency. Do problem finding, do explorations, diagnosis. Slow down and don't move the sale forward. Don't send a proposal. For God's sake, don't send a proposal when your buyer says, "Oh, that's very interesting." Because when you then send off that proposal, it's just going to get filed under the label "interesting." And people don't buy things that are interesting. Get people to develop the vision on having the problem solved. And don't believe that there's a sale happening when they are interested and they are not yet seeing your solution as useful and helpful. I hope that is useful and helpful, and I will see you again tomorrow. Meanwhile, go to salesfornicepeople.com/sign up, and I will see you again tomorrow.